I'm JD, also known as prettyprinsses5's. I'm going to turn this down a minute. Okay, so as people know, I do YouTube videos of me singing. I do a lot of singing. I do rant videos, and sometimes I give advice, but I've decided that what I'm going to do now is just give some advice to girls and boys. Relationships are really hard to maintain, and if you don't really know how to maintain a healthy relationship, then, well, don't go to friends who don't have long relationships. I have quite long relationships. My longest was 2 years, but he started getting quite thingy around me. He hit me at one point, and that's when I decided, no, you can't hit a girl, and I decided to end it before it was too late. My boyfriend who I broke up with in 2011, Owen, he told me to go die, and eventually I fell out of love with him. And love is something really difficult to keep. To maintain love, you have to trust them. You have to know what love is. Otherwise, you're just lying to yourself if you say you love him, and you're lying to him if you say you love him. So basically, know your feelings before you say anything. Because if you don't know your feelings, then you're just lying in the relationship. And what's the point in a relationship if you're just not going to be honest with each other? He told me to go die, and I fell out of love with him, and we broke up. And I was heartbroken when we broke up. And I said to him, look, we need time with other people, like see what we actually want, and maybe I'll consider it. But afterwards he started calling me a whore, a cow, a bitch for dumping him, and he started getting really violent. So obviously I did the right decision and did break up with him before he started doing it to me again. My best friend, Ollie, and yes, he's still my best friend, we went out for each other for 4 months. It was my shortest relationship, but it was the relationship I was in love. I loved him in year 6, and I have loved him ever since. But unfortunately, he says to me he loves me, but I didn't. After he cheated on me, I found it really hard to believe. But because I was so in love with him, I just said, I'll give you another chance. And then he cheated on me again, and I said, that's it, I can't be doing this. And I made him dump me because it makes him feel guilty about it. Now, I'm in yet another relationship. Been going out with him since 25th of November. And so far it's only been about 3¼ months. And we are really close. We've been friends for 2 years, and he was originally my little brother's friend. And basically, what started that off was my mum and dad saying, oh, he fancies you, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. Bugger off. Leave me alone. Shut up. And then I never thought I would go out with him. He wasn't my type. He was cute. I wasn't attracted to him then. And then afterwards, when he kissed me on 2 weeks after Ollie broke up with me, I was like, maybe I do fancy him, because I was hanging out with him more. I was like hugging him always, and I was always like really flirting with him. And I always am flirty with people, but that's my nature. Although I never cheat. I would never cheat on anyone. And if you cheat, then you're just really low people, and you need to get your act together. But some people cheat because they're not ready for a commitment. Some people cheat because they're trying to find the right person. But cheating isn't the way. If you don't feel like you're connected to your partner, then end it before someone gets hurt, because the worst thing you can do is cheat and then find out they actually loved you, and the person that you're cheating on with didn't love you. So you kind of fucked everything up then. You fucked up with someone who actually loved you and someone who doesn't. So, you know, you fucked up yourself. When he kissed me, that's when I decided maybe I do like him. And afterwards, I started talking to him, and it was a regular thing. We'd meet up, talk. He'll come to mine, and he'll end up kissing at me. afterwards, I decided to ask him out, and it was the first time of asking someone out in person and without my friends. Normally I'll get my friends to ask, and normally I'll go on Facebook to ask. But this time, it was my first time, and you know what? It actually feels better if you like ask in person, not your friends, not Facebook. They know it's you, and they know it's actually not a lie. But when it's your friend, they don't know whether to believe you. On Facebook, they don't know if it's a hack or not. So in person, it's the best thing. So if you want to ask someone out, do it in person, because it'll give you a lot of courage, bravery, and it gets you closer, because that moment when he says yes, I knew he fancied me because he started telling all my friends that he was going to ask me out, No, I won't say yes to you guys, I want to say yes to her. And it was like, eventually I decided to, because I just really wanted to go out with him. And that moment when I asked him out, I was so shy. I was like, will you go out with me? And he said yes. And he took my hand and he gave me the biggest hug and he kissed me. And it's the best feeling knowing that someone loves you, and it's the best feeling knowing that they actually just said yes to you and you're like over the moon. To maintain a healthy relationship, you should not like humiliate them. No one can have a perfect relationship. There's a difference between healthy and perfect. Perfect is just on the road to disappointment. Healthy is on the road to trying your best to keep it together. And you may have ups and downs, but that's no reason to get all shitty about it. I think me and Hugh had broke up once, and then we got back together after a day, and it was because there was one of my gay friends decided to tell me about him deciding that he would cheat on me, and I was getting really pissed off at that, and so I decided till we find out the truth, we won't go out. And eventually we got back together because I needed to be with him. I couldn't be without him. I really missed him. And after that, we became a lot closer. We became more honest with each other. It's really difficult to be honest with someone, especially like if a girl's upset and you can tell they're upset when they're shouting and they're raising their temper. I raise my voice a lot and my temper skyrockets. But that is just me. That's my attitude towards things. To get attention, I have to make a scene. It's like a drama. My life is my stage, and my audience is everyone around me. So if I have an audience, and I don't get the rating I want, then I will kick off a massive fight. And shit goes down when I'm angry. No kidding. I've kicked someone in the balls twice and sent him to hospital. He can't have kids anymore. But now me and him are friends, which is hilarious. But anyway, even if you say, oh, me and my boyfriend don't have a perfect relationship, we always have arguments, we always have this, and you're like, that's alright, that's a healthy relationship. Arguing with each other actually makes it stronger, because you know what irritates someone, you know what not to do, you know what to do to calm them down. And it kind of actually shows their true side of them, of what they actually like. With me, it's very difficult to make me cry. I get angry, I don't cry. For years of bullying, I decided to hide my tears, because if someone saw me crying, they would mock me. And so that's how I decided maybe I should never show my tears. And Hugh's only seen me cry twice. And that's not after arguments, that's after extremely bad memories coming back and biting me on the fucking ass. And having bad dreams of someone coming after me, and it's someone who I actually know. And I don't want to talk about, he's a horrible person, and unfortunately I'm actually related to him. So that's what I'm going to say. But to me, he is dead. And if he isn't, I will kill him, because he shouldn't deserve to live at all for what he's done and what he did to me and my mom and my brother, etc, etc. But here's the thing, if you have arguments, you know each other's flaws and you know what upsets people, so knowing what they argue about, you can stop that, you just stop irritating them, and in the end you actually have a more civil relationship, you're more honest with each other, and you show your true feelings to yourself. And if you don't, then you're a bit weird, and that's not really an honest relationship if you can't even cry. I can easily cry, but it takes a lot. I'm like a stick of dynamite. Someone can light the fuse and it can carry on, and I have time to stop it. I have time to burn out the fuse, but there's a trigger somewhere, like in the smaller part of the string fuse before it goes off, that can trigger my anger and how I deal with things, and that's when things blow up and I fuck everything up. So what I'm saying is, don't be too rash with them. Just calm them down, talk to them, and even if they aren't saying, "Oh yeah, I'm fine," just leave them, give them space for a bit, and then eventually they'll want someone to talk to. Just be the shoulder there for them to cry, because that makes them feel comforted and loved. Let's see. I know girls and boys who rush into relationships. To be honest, rushing into relationships, if you are comfortable with that and you both do it, then that's fine, if that's how you do things. But with me, I'm someone who takes it slow. I don't want to rush into anything just in case something bad goes wrong, or if he's not the right person for me. If you're not ready for it, especially to girls, because I know that some guys actually, no offense, some guys actually take it too fast, and girls go with it, so then like to keep away happy. If you are not ready for something, tell them, because I'm sure if they love you enough, they'll understand and wait until you're ready. I guess I'm someone who takes it slow, but in some relationships I will be like, let's do this, let's do that, come on, it'll be fun. And then in the end it kind of comes back to me, I'm like, oh, what the fuck did I do? And if you show that you're slow, then they will kind of understand and slow down the pace. But if you go into it too quickly, they might think, oh, that's what she's into, maybe I can get that one step closer to something else. My ex-boyfriend, Owen, I took things slow with him because I was his first girlfriend, and I didn't want him to think that all girls were the same. So I was trying to kind of teach him respect in a way. And so I was going really, really slow with him so he understands not to try and speed things up. But in the end, it obviously didn't work out because he told me to go die when I found out my nan had cancer. So it's really difficult to keep strength in a relationship. Distance. Now, they say distance makes the heart grow fonder. It's true. The further away you are, the more you want to see of each other. But as well as the more you want to see them, the more painful it is, because you don't know what they're doing and they don't know what you're doing. So it's kind of a risk you're taking. But some people actually have really long distance relationships, and I know quite a few people who have a long distance relationship and have actually got married. And they're now living together, they've got kids, and they're really happy. And I guess that if you like long distance relationships, go on, because I guarantee you might have some luck. Some people are really lucky. I was lucky enough to just have a year of that, and a 4-month relationship with that. And you know, I prefer people who are close to me because, well, he only lives over there, so it's like I can go see him. I see him at school, and it's like we talk. We aren't the typical relationship. We are distant apart. We hug at school. We don't kiss at school. We only kiss outside of school when certain people are there. So like my friend Grace, Georgia, Joss, Bradley, and Callum. We don't kiss in front of a lot of people, and if we do, it's very, very rare. You know, some people say it's the kiss that makes everything. I know some people who have actually dumped their boyfriend because they're a bad kisser. And it's understandable, because if you stick your tongue down their throat and they don't like it and you do it, they're like your tongue is like a fucking like a snake, then they're not gonna like it, so don't do it. Just go in for a soft kiss or something, because then when they are ready, they will kind of show you some signs that they're ready. Or they will do it themselves, just wait until they're ready. but I'm comfortable with anything. So it's like, as long as you're good at kissing, you can touch these lips. Okay? If you're not, then you can fuck off, because I ain't having some snake down my throat or on my face anywhere. Oh, worst kisses I have is like the tongue is everywhere, and I'm like, it's horrible. Go away, please, go away. It's like really unfortunate because it's always the nice people who are really bad kissers. But some people are really lucky. I've got a great, amazing boyfriend. Treats me with respect. He really comforts me when I'm really upset. And we were talking the other day about like what you like about each other. And this is another thing. You have to be attracted to someone to be able to like them. And if you're going out with them just because of their looks, then that's stupid. Because most people who are extremely good looking are kind of dickish because they're really vain and they're like, oh, I need to do this with my hair, I want to do this to my body, la-di-da-da-da. And the girls are like, I need to lose weight because he won't like me, I need bigger tits, I need better lips, I need a better face, I need a better body in general. If they love you, then they love you for who you are. They don't love you for your assets, although some people do. It's like me. I've got an hourglass figure, I have a horrible face. The only good thing about me is my eyes. I think I've got a really good personality. According to loads of men I've been, loads of guys and loads of my friends I've been with, they have said my personality is the thing that shines through most. My eyes are my best feature. Many guys just stare at these. These are not a love feature. They are just there. They are not to do, oh, she's got big tits, I'm going out with that. No, you're not. I'm not like that. If you're just staring at my tits, you can go fuck off and go get someone else with bigger tits. Because these are not for me going out and meeting people. It's like, hi, I want you, I've got big tits, you're mine now. It doesn't really work like that. My heart's a heart of gold. There's scars all across it. My back is full of scars where I've been stabbed in the back. My heart's been broken many times, and it's still not properly fixed. And I'm really hoping, although I'm going out with someone, maybe I don't know if we're gonna last. I'm not that optimistic about things like this, but it's because he's in year 9 and I'm going into college next year. And it's like, we're not gonna see each other much. Are we actually gonna last? But he's been treating me so well. It's like maybe we will last. His friends are like, no, you won't last. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. But keep hope. Don't get your hopes skyrocketed, because it might actually be a disappointing thing and you're going to not believe anything other what people say. So be patient. Be willing to believe in something, but don't put all your hope into it, because there's always something bad that's going to happen. And if you have hopes that are skyrocket and nothing bad happens, then you are so lucky. Because I always skyrocket my hopes, and I've learned not to do that anymore. And it ends up being a total mess. I've had some pretty good relationships, and I've had really bad ones. And you know what? The bad relationships make me learn not to what I actually want. Don't just say, oh, I don't like really bad relationships. They don't do anything, they just break your heart. Actually, bad relationships actually make you actually more open-minded about things, because you're more wary of might happen, and you know what you actually want. So in a girl, let's say you went out with someone who's extremely pretty, someone you've had a crush on for ages, whereas there's another girl who's not as pretty and isn't someone who fancies you, and you have no interest, you don't even talk to her, you don't like her because she's not pretty, and you find out that the really pretty one has been a bitch to you, yet you end up going out for one date with a less pretty girl, and you find out that she's actually the most beautiful girl you've seen, and actually you really like her too. And good things come in different packages, you know. Some people are really lucky and get a really pretty girl. Hugh isn't that lucky because I'm not a very pretty girl. I think I'm okay, but you know what? He gets really annoyed at me. He growls at me when I say I'm ugly. And I don't think I'm ugly. I don't think I'm pretty. I don't think I'm anything special. I'm just someone. And you know what? Ever since I've been going out with him, perception of things has actually changed, because now I'm starting to think to myself, maybe I am good looking to people, and I'm not good looking in a sense to everyone else, but maybe I am good looking because my personality shines through more, and my personality and my golden heart actually is the most beautiful thing about me. And you know, haters can go, hey, if they don't like what you like you because you're going out with someone who's less pretty and not beautiful, then they're twats and they're not people you should be with. Sometimes friends do get in the way of relationships, and you gotta stay strong, because some people do change when they're around certain people. So mainly guys, I've discovered that they like to show off in front of the guys because they want to seem more manly. But also I've realised that my boyfriend and his friend Callum said to him that if me and your girlfriend got extremely drunk and we end up pulling, what would you do? He said he'll hit him. Then Callum said, if your girlfriend pulls a move on me, what would you do? And he still said, I'll hit you. And I know this why he does that. It's because he wants to be the dominant male. He's in a sense, he's protecting what's rightfully his. And so it's like a lion and a male lion. They're protecting their ladies, and the other one wants to get in with the other ladies, and he's protecting what's rightfully theirs, and he's trying to get something that's not his. And that's my definition of things. So it's like, to maintain a healthy relationship, all you have to do is stay strong, be honest, be really understanding. Because if someone's really upset, you got to understand their feelings, and you got to kind of give them time. So it's all about time. Like, don't spend too much time with each other, because in the end, if you spend like every day with each other, I find that there's not a lot to talk about, and you end up actually going further apart because you're not talking much. It's like me and Hugh, we go to school every day, so we know exactly what happens. We hang out in the same group, but that's why I don't go to his much, because I go home, go on a computer, talk to people, and then I'll talk to him about the rest of my day. And we get closer and closer, and you know, so don't spend too much time with each other. If you get along fine and you have plenty to talk about, and when you see each other every day, then you're really lucky, and carry on. You're obviously having a really good relationship. So you know, don't force people into anything, because that will drift you away and that will make you feel pressured into stuff. And you shouldn't do stuff that is pressure, because you'll end up looking easy. Many girls feel like men want good looks. They have to do certain things, or they'll walk off. Most men aren't like that. We only think that because we've obviously been out with twats, and that's what they've done to us. But you know, be strong, give it time, be honest with each other, and just keep trying. Just don't try too hard, otherwise you could end up failing yourself and breaking your own heart. But you know, just be happy with what you got, because many people aren't so lucky. They don't find love easily, and some people have had bad experiences with women, don't want it anymore. So be happy with what you got, and don't just run off with other people just because you don't know if you're in love with them. Give it time and you'll find out. The feeling of love is very powerful, and the word love is extremely powerful, but it's also used to break hearts. Love is a word that will give you false hope and will end up tripping you up and breaking your heart, whereas it's supposed to make you fly around like nothing's there anymore, don't give a care, and it's supposed to give your heart a massive bump, so it keeps beating and beating and beating. With me, the feeling of love is thinking about them all the time, talking to them all the time, and getting butterflies in the stomach when you kiss them. And you know, when you hug them, you just want to stay there forever. That is what I think of the definition of love. And so, you know, I've got to go now, because this video is fucking long, and I've got a headache, and I've got too many songs playing, and there's so many notifications on Facebook. So think about what I said. Even if you don't watch the whole video, give it a try. And if you don't think I'm really helpful or good at advice, I don't care, because to me it seems like it's working, and I've given advice to other people. Oh, and be confident. Always be confident, because that's what a guy likes. Okay, see you later. Bye!